Ahead of naval exercises involving BRICS countries in South African waters, 2 Chinese naval ships as well as an Iranian vessel were seen arriving in Cape Town.
Warships from China and Iran have arrived in Cape Town ahead of a joint military drill hosted by South Africa.
Pretoria could further anger Donald Trump right at the beginning of the new year. How? By hosting Trump's adversaries for a BRICS naval exercise.
Hello everyone, welcome back to African News and Gist. I am Iyore and I am so excited that you are here with me today. What we're going to be talking about today is a topic that has definitely made Trump very angry. As I'm talking to you now, I'm very sure that Trump is upset. It's about South Africa. Ramaphosa has hosted Russia, China, and Iran for the BRICS drill. Trump will not like this. Let's just get straight into the video. South Africa is once again at the center of global attention after confirming that it will host a major BRICS naval exercise early this year, a move that could further strain its already fragile relationship with US President Donald Trump. Several foreign warships have arrived in Cape Town, including vessels from China, Iran, and Russia. On screen, you can see 2 Chinese naval ships currently in South Africa waters, the PLA naval ship Taihu and supply vessel and the destroyer Tangshan. China is playing a leading role in this drill. An Iranian warship, the IRIS Makran, has also docked in Cape Town. It is Iran's largest naval vessel and functions as a mobile offshore base. A Russian naval ship has arrived as well, and the United Arab Emirates is expected to send ships to participate. This exercise is officially known as the Wheel for Peace 2026. It was initially slated to hold last year in November 2025. However, it was postponed and it will be holding between 10th to 16th of January 2026. These drills were previously known as Exercise Mosi, and South Africa has conducted or partnered with various countries in the past. The exercise was initially planned to hold last year in November, like I said, but it was postponed to January 2026 just because they didn't want it to clash with the G20 summit that held in Johannesburg last year. This is not the first time that South Africa has hosted such drills. In 2019 and again in 2023, South Africa conducted joint naval exercises with China and Russia. The 2023 drills sparked international backlash because they took place during the 1-year anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The timing for this year's exercise is especially sensitive because relations between South Africa and the US have been strained for years. Trump has openly criticized South Africa's domestic and foreign policies, including its black economic empowerment laws and its decisions to bring a genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice. Trump has also repeatedly made or proven claims about evidences against white farmers in South Africa, claims that have been rejected by South African authorities and independent experts. While Trump is not currently in the office, South Africa hosting naval drills involving China, Russia, and Iran, all countries with tense or hostile relationship with the United States. The reason why everyone is thinking that Trump is going to be furious with this decision is because all of these countries that Ramaphosa of South Africa is hosting are in hostile position with Trump. Washington has long been at odds with Iran, particularly over its nuclear programs, and remains locked in strategic competition with China and Russia, including for influence across Africa. Trump has also been openly hostile towards BRICS. He has accused the group of promoting what he calls anti-American policies. Originally made up of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS has expanded significantly. New members now include Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and most recently Indonesia, turning the bloc into a powerful alliance representing a large share of the world's population, labor force, and natural resources. So far, the United States has not officially responded to South Africa hosting the naval drills, but South Africa is currently facing backlash from home. The opposition Democratic Alliance, which is South Africa's second largest political party and a member of the governing coalition, says Parliament was not properly briefed on the cost, command structure, or diplomatic consequences of the exercise. The party warns that the drills could further strain relations with the United States and undermine South Africa's stated position of neutrality. However, political analysts say that this criticism is unlikely to destabilize the coalition government. With local government elections approaching later this year, the Democratic Alliance appears to be using this issue to position itself as a strong alternative voice rather than signaling a real break from the coalition. When it comes to international fallout, analysts also point out that Donald Trump's leadership style is unpredictable. Traditional diplomacy and international norms have often taken a back seat in his decision-making, making it difficult to forecast how he would respond when things like this happen. That said, South Africa is not viewed as a primary strategic target for the United States in the same way as major oil-producing or conflict-zone countries. While the naval drill may increase diplomatic tension, experts do not expect immediate economic or military retaliation directly linked to the exercise. What is clear, however, is that the growing importance of BRICS at a time of rising global instability. BRICS countries collectively represent a massive share of the global population and are increasingly exploring ways to reduce dependence on the United States dollars in international trade. South Africa's involvement reflects a broader shift across the global south, where countries are asserting greater political and economic independence. Moves such as South Africa's legal case against Israel and its participation in BRICS military exercises signal a willingness to challenge long-standing Western dominance in global decision-making. For South Africa, the balancing act continues. It wants to continue to strengthen ties with emerging global powers while managing the risk of further alienating the West. Now, this is the big question. Will South Africa's growing role within the BRICS increase its global influence, or will it further deepen the strain that it already has with the United States? This is a story that we'll be watching closely. Thank you so much for joining, and I want to hear what you think in the comment section. And see you all in my next video. Bye.